Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to be doing a lovely girls' night in, and I'm going to be sharing my facial routine with all of you. But it's not just a regular facial routine because I have extremely dry skin, like dry skin girl, in the words of Beyonce. So I have to make sure that I have so much moisture in my routine when I do facials. I've actually been traveling and I went to a location that was cold, and then I came back and it was actually cold in Houston. Who knew? So my skin is screaming like, please give me moisture, please give me hydration. When I'm talking to you now, I can feel my skin pulling because it's so dry. So we're gonna go through the whole dry skin facial routine, and hopefully there are some helpful tips in this process for all of you as well. Now to get started, we are going to start off with steaming the face. So this is really good to open up your pores and make sure that all the products can get in and all the dirt and buildup can come out. So with my steamer, I am going to be using an essential oil. I like to use frankincense essential oil with my steamer because it has really great properties for skincare and your skin health overall. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. So while my steamer heats up, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my spa headband. This is just to protect your hair, make sure it doesn't get super wet or in your way while you're doing a facial. So I did notice, like as I was telling you, oh, I put essential oils in here. This steamer literally says do not put essential oils in the reservoir, but I mean, I've always done it and I feel like it's fine. So I say add an oil. It's nice. It's also just really good for aromatherapy, but the container says don't add oil. So use at your own risk. So steaming is just going to open up all of my pores, and it's also just relaxing, and it creates this luxurious spa experience at home. So you're gonna start feeling like your skin is dewy, and that's how you know you've gotten to a good point. I would say try to steam for at least 5 minutes if you can. So now that my skin has been steamed, my pores are open, I am gonna go in with my soap. This is the soap that I typically use every day to wash my face. This is from a natural company called Earth and Escapes. I like to use this little container because it has a soap saver in there, so my soap doesn't get all gross. You know how bars can be sometimes, but this helps keep it very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face using this soap. Now that's done, I'm going to be using this towel. It says makeup in Spanish. It's a little bit thicker. I like to use this to kind of like rinse everything off of my face. And then here I just have a bowl of hot water. So I'm going to dip that in. And wipe off all the soap. I feel like this towel is also helpful for just like another layer of exfoliation. Get any of that dry skin moistened and off of my face. All right, we're only a couple steps in and you can already see the improvement in my skin and the hydration, and it's looking good. So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and do a full exfoliation. I'm gonna go ahead and use this product from Renew Naturals. This is their Renew Hydro Exfoliant. So good. I love the smell of this product. I love the ingredients. Again, all natural, all clean. That is what has made the biggest change in my skin. So fun fact, just a few years ago, honestly, until the pandemic, I had very bad skin. I had a ton of acne, which I still have some scarring from. But one of the things that made the biggest difference for me was using natural skincare products. So the fact that I had time to kind of figure out what was a good fit for me was really nice, and I realized my skin just loves the natural things. Like if I use something that's not a natural product, it's a bad situation. So I'm just gonna focus on the areas that get extremely dry, like right here, and then also on the sides of my nose and around my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my towel. And I just kind of pat it because the exfoliator can like start to get a little bit hard. So I want to loosen that first. Now I'm going to go in with another cleanser, again, making sure your skin is as clean as possible. So this is the Renew Purifying Gel Cleanser. This stuff feels like a spa. So that's why I love to use it for my facials, to give myself that extra luxurious experience. Now you could use the towel again, but I like to just make sure everything is off of my face. So I'm actually going to lean into the water and splash my face. Gonna pat my skin dry now. So I use a different towel. This one also says makeup on it. It's really good to remove your makeup. So for my skin, I don't use any towels that I use for any other purpose. So just only these different towels that are focused on face. Next up is toning. So again, Renew Natural. This is their Renew Brightening and Resurfacing Toner. So it serves really great purposes. I'm just going to spray that on a little cotton round and use that to tone my face. So at this point, my skin is definitely dry because I've just kind of been taking everything out of it, making sure it's nice and clean. So now I'm going to be focused on putting all the good things back in. So to start off, I'm going to be using a mask. This is a milk mask. This is the coconut milk one. And I really, really like these. They're super hydrating. So I usually just like squeeze off the excess. But I still try to make sure that there's a good bit on the mask. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on for about 10 minutes. I'm back. Okay, so now I'm just gonna peel this off, and you actually don't rinse off the product. So I actually like to just kind of ball it up and rub it in to my skin and get every last bit. Okay, now next up, it is time for a new step, which is gua sha. I've been watching all the tutorials on TikTok to figure out how to use this. So hopefully I'm gonna do it right. But I do wanna put an oil on my face first. So the oil that I'm gonna be using is from Earth and Escapes. This is their green tea dark spot corrector. Such an amazing oil. This is honestly one of the key pieces to my skin clearing up. It helps so much with acne and also dark spots. All right, so what the girls said on TikTok is this curved part is for like your chin, and then also like here where you want to define your jawbone. So you're going to do each spot 3 to 5 times. And sometimes they like rock it a little bit there. This is also supposed to be really good for draining your lymph nodes. I think that's what the rock piece is for, just to like make sure everything gets pushed back where it's supposed to be. Okay, is this in my mind or am I already more snatched? I think I am. Okay, this piece was also used for this area, which is supposed to be really good for sinuses. So just like a little sinus massage. Oh wait, one direction. One direction only. I don't think you're supposed to go back and forth, so don't do that. And then I also saw them use it for like the area around the nose and under the eye to just pull all of that up. This feels so relaxing. Okay, now the flat side is pretty much for the rest of your face. Okay, so far so good. And then the neck, you take everything down into like draining your lymph nodes basically. This is actually pretty easy to use considering that I like watched a couple TikToks. And then I saw that they like did the collarbone as well. I really like this. So I will definitely be using my gua sha again. Well, wash and dry were the instructions. I had actually thrown the case away, and then literally the girl was like, keep your case. That's what's gonna make sure that your piece stays nice and clean. I was like, oh, let me take that out of the trash can. Thankfully there was nothing else in it. Okay, so this is the case that it comes in. So I'm just gonna place that down and then put the little, basically like mini lid on top of it so it's nice and safe, and then close it back up and put it back in the drawer. Next up is time for eye cream. So I'm gonna be using the Alicia Keys brand of eye cream. This is called Keys Soul Care. I actually got this one. Did I get it in that box? I'm pretty sure I did. So my friend Arabia over at Skin Immortal on Instagram, she does these baddie boxes with like the most amazing skincare products. And this was one of the things that was included in that baddie box, and it has been my go-to eye cream ever since. Like I legit feel like it makes a huge difference. I put it on my eyelids too, but hey, again, not a professional. This is just what I do for my dry skin skincare routine and facials. Okay, so next up, it is time for moisturizing. So I'm going to use the Ultra Repair Cream. This is from First Aid Beauty, and it's safe for, oh, not on my dress. It's safe for sensitive skin, fragrance free, and all that good stuff. So this is a product that I like to add when my skin is super dry. I use this moisturizer, and it just like, look, you guys, the glow, the snatch, we love to see it. And then finally, I like to top everything off. If I don't look like a glazed donut when I go to sleep, I did something wrong. So I'm gonna use the Renew Naturals, again, their luxury face oil. It's giving luxury. So it's kind of like with your hair, like if I moisture and seal, so I will moisturize with a cream and then seal with an oil. So it's the same thing for my face. I want all of that goodness trapped in there. I'm like unable to leave. Now I typically do a different, like a few more things for my neck because I feel like it's been needing a little bit more attention lately. But I also just like to bring all my creams down to my neck and my chest, and just a little bit on my back and the back of my neck as well. Again, this is really good for your lymph nodes, so just kind of drag down. Okay, so as far as skincare goes, I'm all done. I am gonna go ahead and finish off with a lip mask. This is the Laneige Sleeping Lip Mask. Definitely a favorite. All right, so that's the end of my dry skin girl facial routine. Thank you all so much for joining me for this girls night in. I had a blast. I would love to do some more girls night ins in the future, and also just share some helpful tips of things that I like to use, some of my favorite products, and just what works for me, and it could potentially work for you as well. So again, thanks for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.